Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Maryland Terrapins. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Michigan went through one of the most dramatic off-seasons we've ever seen in college football, but they have steadied the ship, hiring longtime head coach Kyle Whittingham, who is highly respected and highly thought of in this industry. Whittingham has brought some stability to that program. We'll see if he's able to get the same results on the field with a talented roster. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So Maryland's offense will have the football first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Williams. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line.
Finding some room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Line gets set. First down. They're going to ride this running back. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Man, you gotta love the offense coming out with a plan. They're gonna feed their running back. Great job featuring him. Great job setting the physical tone. And they punched this defense right in the mouth and already got them back on their heels.
Got it behind the line. It's Webb. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Terrapins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Smith. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity. Some of that also that...
Makes the grab in their space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Washington. Max looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and goal, they'll throw it. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Michigan Wolverines offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Bryce Underwood. Tough day in that last loss. Threw a couple of interceptions and did not throw a touchdown pass. And they tackle him at the 19.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Underwood in the gun on third down. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Slips through the line. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Caught by Williams on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Smith. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Williams. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Here's the give off the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's a kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Makes a man miss. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Underwood from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And that is how a punter helps out his defense, pinning them deep in their own territory. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durr. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Right back to the well. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Washington. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's the return. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. They give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. Quarterback making adjustments. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Working the middle, it's complete. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
This offense is trying to build on this lead right now, playing with tons of confidence. What a nice job there. Pass protection, quarterback doing a really great job, seeing the defense, reading the coverage, and being on the same page as his intended target. It's a big pickup for the offense, and here they go. They're trying to score more points.
Grab behind the line. It's Fleming. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
That's caught by Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Motion from the wideout. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Face mask.
That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. Caught behind the line. It's Marsh. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Underwood. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that crow.
Gets it out fast. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It is good. Now the lead is down to 11.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to throw, it's Washington. Caught by Williams on the right. We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Gets open down the middle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense has really showed me something today, man. They've already put some drives together and made some explosive plays, and now just executing on third down. They've shown you a little bit of everything, and this offense is looking like it's the real deal.
Maryland uses its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on second down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. The quarterback doesn't throw it away. Instead, the defense forces a loss.
Well, this is a quarterback who's used to using his athleticism to his advantage and burning defenses, but there was nothing going there. Great job by the defense, taking everything away and forcing a run for a loss as that quarterback was smart to get out of bounds.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle, and that lead grows even bigger. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Terrapins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball.
Slips one guy, and now he's loose. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Underwood makes the grab. It's Owens. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, I think the quarterback was trying to push that ball deep down the field. Nobody was open, though, so he finds his fullback for a short gain.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Flushed out of the pocket. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. I know they've put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Williams. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That's caught by Williams. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Terrapins will snap it on 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Washington. On target to the left. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down. And the Terrapins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside, it's Williams.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front 7 are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Terrapins pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Howard. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them. Successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Running inside, it's Marshall. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the third. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Underwood on the play action. Throws to the tight end. Fires it incomplete. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Here's Underwood to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They'll stop the clock momentarily here to check on the injured Wolverine. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They boot it away on fourth down. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Gonna run it. It's Howard. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. So they picked up that last first down on the ground, now with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off play action on first down. That's caught. It's Fleming. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Washington. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And I think out routes are solely about timing because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines. And you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires downfield. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10.
Black 14! Black 14! Come on, sawmill!
He goes right back to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Howard. Picked up 8 yards there. 3rd down and 2.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock.
Caught, and he's got room. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Terrapins trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Running the red zone, it's Howard. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the beatdown has ensued. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pocket breaking down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Touchdown, Maryland! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Underwood. Makes the catch. It's Marshall. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a chance. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Underwood shoots it to the left. And the 3rd down pass incomplete. Good deflection by the defense. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Buys a little extra time. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this